25 years ago, Malivai Washington was a young rising tennis star coming off an appearance in the Wimbledon finals. And even at that young age, he was determined to make a difference. That's Mal Washington in 1996, playing in the finals of the most prestigious tennis tournament in the world. He was at the top of his game.
Well, I anticipated too soon.
But a few months later, his world changed. Washington injured his knee in the 1997 Davis Cup. On crutches and unable to play tennis, he focused on the work of the foundation, introducing tennis to kids who might not naturally come to the sport and providing academic enrichment and after-school tutoring. Back then, it was really just a dream.
I can't tell you how many business meetings that I had, myself and Terry, with various companies, CEOs, other nonprofits, a lot of individuals saying, this is what I want to do, and this is what we're trying to do here in Jacksonville. And it worked out good because in terms of name recognition and notoriety, that was as big as I ever was.
The timing of the injury and the number of major American tennis players who he knew from competition helped draw some big names to Worley fundraising events.
In our first annual, our major charity event, our gala, in 1997, two of the biggest names in tennis were there, Andre Agassi and Chris Evert. And they were out, and they were tremendous, and they've supported us over the years as well.
While those fundraising events made a difference in the early stages, Washington and the foundation's executive director, Terry Florio, have been able to sustain the impact of the foundation for the past 25 years, and the impact has been significant. At first, they partnered with the Boys and Girls Club. Since then, the roster has grown dramatically. Since the inception of the foundation, more than 800 kids have been enrolled in the programs. 100% of them have graduated high school in 4 years. None have become teen parents, and only 5 have been involved in the juvenile justice system. In 2019, the last full school year before the pandemic, every single student in the program was promoted to the next grade. This from a group made up predominantly of black kids from families with an average household income of just $21,000 per year. Washington says one of his goals is to convince every kid to go out for his or her high school tennis team, which helps build a pro-tennis community around them, something that doesn't always occur in their world.
Whether you're at Andrew Jackson or any other high school, or Robert E. Lee, you're not thinking, oh yeah, someday I want to play on the tennis team. When you're a kid growing up in the 09 zip code, you're probably thinking football or basketball. But I love it when being on their high school team is one of their goals, and they achieve that.
What's next for the Malivai Washington Youth Foundation? Mal expects the work to continue far beyond his life.
And I wanted to try to do something that was sustainable, and fortunately, with a lot of support, financial support, moral support, volunteer support, board member and staff support, we've been able to do it for 25 years.
One of Mal's biggest success stories is a young man named Mark Atkinson who came into the program in 6th grade. It was less than 4 years after the foundation was launched. He got serious about tennis a few years later, joined the team at Lee High School, then went to play as a walk-on at Florida A&M. Now he's back as the head pro at the foundation. He says playing tennis kept him out of trouble as a kid, and now he's giving back. And it all started with the Malivai Washington Youth Foundation 25 years ago.
Wow, that's so impressive.
I know Mal just believes in these kids, and of course, then they get the confidence, and the giving just keeps on getting served up, right?
I like that. It does, and he is so genuine about this. He says almost every single day he's involved in what's going on here, whether it's fundraising or inspiring kids or just trying to make sure that if somebody needs a tennis racket or tennis balls, he's there for them.
Of course.
Making a difference.
Well, thanks.